The opening round fixture has just been released and Jacob Blight is moving to Western Australia. Let's talk about it. So a couple of things happened on Friday night. The first being that the opening round fixture has been released. And this was released via Mitch Cleary on Channel 7. Now, the actual fixture will be coming out by, according to all reports, next week around November 13th. So I think that's the Wednesday. That's going to be really, really interesting. It'll line up with our live show, The Nest. So that'll be really cool to talk about. We'll very much get right into those because already the AFL, the men's competition is around the corner. It starts in March. It's only a few months away. The players come back in December for preseason training. Really exciting stuff. But let's talk about the opening round fixture. Now, we know that the opening round is supposed to be for the northern states, as in Queensland and New South Wales, to get football into their states, get their clubs playing, big screen time, big clubs playing. They're trying to compete with the NRL, and that's how it's been for the last few years. Now, Collingwood were the only club over the last 2 years since it's been announced in 24-25 to have played both games, and we traveled for both games. We went to NG Stadium, played against the Giants in both of those games. Now, I'm cool with that, right? It is what it is. We're doing our part. We are the cash cows of the AFL. I get it. I understand. When those clubs will play us, we obviously have to help them, right? Because that's what we do. We prop up these clubs. But with this announcement of the opening round, there has been a little bit of a tidbit. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago. It's that St Kilda requested to play us in the opening round on the Sunday night, which is March 8th, the day before the public holiday. I think it's Labor Day, the day of the Formula One Grand Prix, and it looks like Ed Sheeran might be playing and opening up. Possibly. That's the rumor from Fifi, Nick, and Fev, the Fox FM radio show. Now, this is what opening round is looking like. You've got Sydney and Carlton playing each other at the MCG. Obviously, right? That is an absolutely huge game. It's Curnow going from Carlton to Sydney. It's Hayward and Florin going from Sydney to Carlton. Absolute grudge match. They probably get each other again later on in the season. The AFL will want to maximise that. Giants take on Hawthorn at NG Stadium. Gold Coast and Geelong at People's First Stadium. Brisbane and the Doggies at the Gabba. And then Collingwood and St Kilda, or should I say St Kilda and Collingwood at the MCG, because it is St Kilda's home game. Now, the thing with this is Collingwood were pretty adamant that we didn't want to travel anymore for opening round. Now, opposition supporters and fans and the media and stuff, they're like, oh, Collingwood never travel. Of course they don't want to travel. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, like, we've done our part. We've helped them out. Why are we the only team that needs to keep traveling and none of these other teams are doing it in a row? Maybe every second year, sure, but not twice in a row, right? So we kind of get our wish and we play St Kilda at the MCG in an away fixture on the Sunday night. And this could be huge. This could be possibly... maybe 90,000 is a bit of a stretch. You're looking at 80,000 plus, right? It's the Formula One. It's going to be finished. There's going to be a lot of international tourists and just fans in general. And we're going to get a game in Melbourne. Everyone is going to want to turn out for this game. It's going to be absolutely huge. And if Ed Sheeran can open up for this, imagine that. It would be absolutely incredible. I do agree that it's going to be a spectacle. I do agree that it's going to be a lot of fun as well. What I don't agree about with this opening round fixture is why have opening round and say that it's for the Northern States if you're going to play St Kilda and Collingwood at the MCG? Like, I get it. It comes at the most perfect time. It lines up. It is going to generate so much revenue for the Saints because, they've chosen the biggest club in the land to play. Great for them. It's going to generate a lot of revenue for the AFL. There's going to be a lot of eyes on Collingwood. I love that, right? I get that. But don't call it opening round. Just go straight into round one. Have games all around. If you've already taken the eyes off the northern states, and I know it's on a different day, but if you've already taken the eyes off the northern states, which is what opening round was supposed to be, what's the point? just call it round one at this stage. Stop, pissing on us and telling us that it's raining at this point. I don't know. That's the only thing that's sort of irking me about this. But we get Collingwood a week earlier, and I'm not going to be upset about that. I'm also not going to be upset that we play an away game, so one of our allocated away games at the MCG, so we don't have to travel. I love that, right? You'll hear it all the time. Collingwood don't travel. We travel just the same amount as any Victorian team, by the way. But when we're the biggest club in the land, when teams are selling their home game, so this is a Marvel tenant. St Kilda is a Marvel tenant. Selling that game to play at the MCG to get more ticket revenue in, what can you do? Collingwood's hands are tied. Well, of course we're going to take that game, just like when the Doggies did it last year. I'm sure any of the teams will. If they've got the opportunity, of course they will. It's not, Hawthorn played their games, home games at the MCG. Carlton played the big games at the MCG. Essendon at the MCG. Like, that's just what it is. Richmond, I think, that's just what it is. We play at the MCG because these other teams play at the MCG. You can't do much about it. So that's the opening round fixture. Like I said, the proper fixture will be coming out next week. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to be really, really exciting. Oh, you can almost smell it and taste it that AFL, the men's competition, is just around the corner. Now, the other little tidbit of this video is this Jacob Blight news. Now, Jacob Blight has signed with the Subiaco Lions, and Subiaco, obviously, in Western Australia. Now, what does this mean? It means that we're not going to pick him up as a delisted free agent. We know that he went in and interviewed at Collingwood. Justin Lepage talked about him. He's that 196 centimeter big defender, would have been really good cover. I feel like he probably would have played as well, just, and given Frampton someone to compete with, given our other defenders someone to compete with, and just been really good cover if we need it. Like we saw it this season, the 2025 season, when Frampton and Hal both went down, we had to chuck McStay back. Darcy Moore was doing everything by himself. Charlie Dean was doing everything by himself because Reece McGuinness was injured, because, we had those other injuries as well. So we need defensive cover. But it looks like he's just not coming to the Pies now, which is a little bit of a blow, but then it kind of makes you wonder and go down a rabbit hole in conspiracy theories, and I'm not going to sort of postulate on that too much. But, I think I mentioned this the other previous video that I did, that there were a couple of sort of rumors circulating about his attitude, and that's probably why Richmond didn't give him that last game to trigger that contract clause. But now that he's signed with Subiaco, he could maybe pop his head up at the mid-season draft again if he wants to play in an AFL environment. But he won't even train on as an SSP or anything like that. He'll go to Western Australia, and Collingwood won't pick him up as a delisted free agent unless something drastically changes, which it doesn't look like it will, because if we were going to have him, he wouldn't sign for the Subiaco Lions. Do we take another big defender in the draft? We know that Reece McGuinness is coming through, but again, Reef is probably going to be ready to go between rounds 3 and 5, you would think. And even so, probably won't come straight into the team. We'll play in the VFL a little bit. We do need that cover for Jeremy Howe. We got Cochrane in the back line still coming up through the ranks. Ilaro Smith still coming up through the ranks if they want to try him as a backman. Is it Noah Howes that they've been trialing as a backman? I do think we need to pick a defender up. Could Sam Frost be the guy that we look at as a delisted free agent just for that emergency cover? Sam Frost is not going to play 25 games, but just as emergency cover, 4 or 5 games if, God forbid, touch wood, some of these injuries happen again and we need a defender. But it looks like no Jacob Blight. So that's just been a quick update. Let me know your thoughts down below on the opening round and on not signing Jacob Blight. Well, it's not even not signing him. Obviously something happened, and I don't know if he failed a medical or whatever it may have been. Just wasn't the right fit at Collingwood. Now he's at the Subiaco Lions. Let me know all your thoughts down below. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.